chaos. Chaos is a fundamental of the warp. It is essentially dramatic disturbance within the warp, mixing with the psychic flotsam and jetsam of a billion living creatures. In some of the oldest 40k imagery, chaos was described as storms within the warp, swirling vortices made up of thoughts, emotions, souls, and soul fragments that are spilled from real space into the extra-dimensional reality of the immaterium. We have been told that like attracts like within the warp, so if no other forces are working to prevent it from happening, similar emotions, similar thoughts and concepts, similar experiences, and similar souls or soul fragments are more often than not drawn together within the warp in an almost gravitational fashion, forming into whirling vortices within the warp. The more powerful and clear an emotion or thought is, the more quickly it is drawn to other equally powerful, equally clear thoughts and emotions of the same type. So, as an example, hunger attracts hunger, anger attracts anger, ecstasy attracts ecstasy, fear attracts fear, and so on and on and on. As much as anything else can be considered natural in the warp, this is a natural process, though it creates some insanely unnatural effects. If we look at our bubble of reality again, and then see it through the eyes of one who can perceive the warp, it might look something like this. The warp is much bigger than the bubble of the material universe, but where the warp comes into proximity of the bubble of real space, and even passes through real space, the consciousnesses of untold quadrillions of mortal creatures whip it up into a roiling storm of magic and psychic potential. If the warp contains every feeling ever felt, every thought ever thought, if it truly does contain the collective psyche and consciousness of every sentient creature that has ever existed, then chaos is the effect on the warp that this truth causes. Chaos is the collective id, the collective personal unconscious and the collective Jungian shadow of every creature that ever existed, and much more besides. Chaos is what happens when all consciousness, all awareness of awareness, all thoughts, dreams, feelings, perceptions, concepts, all of it gain a kind of independent reality outside of the mortal brains that generated them, mashed together in a cosmic primordial soup of magic.